everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
And does Jeff have hemorrhoids?
Welcome to the show, everyone. I don't know who Jeff's, production people are this go around. And as much as it seems like the cast doesn't really like each other in general, Jeff is clearly having fun.
Yes. With his
Popcorn?
Cushion.
Yep.
And a seat cushion?
Couldn't they have given Liz a little more popcorn since she hasn't eaten in 3 days?
Nobody's handing her the dish of popcorn and just saying, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to forego my 2 pieces of popcorn and give it to Liz.
Yeah.
This episode, it was a good episode of Survivor. I feel confident saying that.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
It was even called Spicy Jeff, which is clearly Kenzie saying spicy about everything.
Spicy Jeff, yeah.
So Jeff brought popcorn, tribal council, everybody yelled at Q at some point. And it did, for as much fun as this episode was, I didn't love the way that they blindsided Hunter.
Well,
to be honest.
Is that laughing?
Yeah, the thing is, sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's tiny humans.
The thing is with what happened with Hunter, it really sucks. But he told everybody he had the idol. If he wouldn't have told everybody before he went to tribal, I think he would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, agreed. I think so as well. But I still, I don't know, some blind sides are exciting and awesome, but this one just kind of felt icky just because of how repeatedly earnest he was about working with everybody. I'm kind of also I don't know. I know I was kind of better with Venus last week, but now I'm kind of thinking she's just so unnecessarily rude to everyone.
I wouldn't want to share space with her, but as far as the entertainment value goes, I'm all here for it. So.
My Hunter got blindsided, and it's all his fault.
Oh, absolutely.
You're like Jamie said. You told everybody you had an idol. You told everybody you're going to play the idol. That's why they split the vote.
I am not saying it wasn't his fault.
And you're one of the best at challenges in probably the history of Survivor. Play your damn idol. And come back, and the only one you have to worry about is Charlie. Nobody else is going to beat you. Nobody.
Yeah. And Tiffany,
that's all you have to worry about.
Tiffany said it herself. You know what happens when someone plays an idol? They throw another one out there to be found.
Exactly.
He even said himself, "Oh, if I use it, I'll just go find another idol."
Right. And I'm not saying he didn't mess up. He didn't make a mistake. It was totally his fault. He went home, but it did feel a little bit just kind of icky towards the end about the way he got played. Not that he got played. That's just my personal opinion. Clearly he was the right vote, him or Q. Although at what point do you just be if we're hearing, because even next week they're Q is messing up everybody's game, and I'm well, you guys are the idiots that decided to keep him in. So clearly you understand the sunk cost factor of keeping Q in the game, and you're okay with the risk.
If I'm going to the final 3, I keep him.
What if he screws up your game by keeping him?
How's he going to screw up my game?
You don't know. Just like when we talk about Debbie and and Abby Maria, you get to a point where
unpredictable is really
the unpredictability is not something.
But the reason I always said Debbie is you can't work with someone like Debbie.
You can't work with somebody like Q. Q said to do what Q wants to do.
But they all know that. Just say, hey, just bring him to the final 3. I don't care.
I don't think anyone's going to let him take the reins anymore in any way, shape, or form.
He's dead man walking. He has no say in how the game goes.
Sure, they all said that about Venus, and Venus keeps having
she's still
significant say and whatnot.
And Venus's pulse in the game is fairly accurate. She's not playing a terrible game. I loved the cut where we had I don't remember what it was Kenzie said, and then it flipped over to Venus and she said the exact same thing that Kenzie had just said.
Right.
Just to show us she's watching the game. She knows who's holding what cards.
Right.
Q, however,
I don't know.
By himself, where Venus isn't.
I still think you don't leave somebody like Q, because I think that he can still cause enough damage. We know there's an idol going back in the game. What if he finds that idol? What if, he manages to work with the underdogs? Like, I don't know. Yep. I feel like he's a dangerous player as well to leave.
Yeah, I think it would be wise to get rid of him because he's really, really unpredictable. But the scary thing about somebody who's unpredictable is obviously that you don't know what they're going to do, but he's just raining chaos all around, but you don't know when he's going to stop raining chaos and when he's serious.
He won't. That's his game now.
Yeah. He's going to have to just run circles all the time and create diversions, I think.
The player in the best shape, I think, is Charlie. He's not on anybody's radar.
No, he's not on anybody's radar.
He's likable. He's playing a great game. He's pretty good at the challenges. He beat Hunter.
He's getting all the slow motion shots.
Exactly. Yeah. And no one said, "Hey, should we get rid of Charlie?"
Right. He's well positioned. And
but Hunter was also great at the challenges and was very likable. So
except for with Venus.
Yeah.
Rude.
Well, to be fair, he said you're unlikable.
I loved it. You're always mad.
But it is I don't know. I don't know. Again, I didn't say it wasn't the right vote and it wasn't his fault. Yeah. It just the way it went down just felt kind of like,
it was crappy, but still it's just like you had an idol, play it.
Yeah, he should have played it. That would have been awesome if he had played it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Then Q goes home.
Then Q would have been out and problem solved.
Another thing about Q, obviously he's not even in the loop. He voted for Ben.
Oh my God. For a moment there, before we saw who the votes were, I truly thought that Ben went rogue, threw a vote on, Hunter went rogue, threw a vote on Q. Good Lord, Colleen, I cannot speak. I thought for a second, I've had a headache all day. Forgive me. That Hunter went rogue, threw the vote for Ben because that's who originally wanted to get out because he just was so overwhelmed, and he ended up screwing himself. Because I thought that he would have been the fifth vote for Q, and that would have been even more brutal.
That would have been terrible.
I mean, that would have been right up there with JT and Eric the ice cream scooper and some of the other bad moves that get people voted out. self owns.
Nothing as bad as Eric the ice cream scooper.
Well, yeah. In the chat, we have Chris says, I was so proud of Hunter for following the rule of don't tell people you have an idol until he didn't. I know. You just never do it.
Until he didn't.
No. There's, like Tiffany said, there's no, having the idol when people know it is like a curse. But luckily she didn't have to play it because there was other targets.
Right.
The chaos was pretty apparent. I just wanted to throw this out there because I thought it was amazing that so far on Ben's story, Ben's been kind and caring and Mr. Positivity and in tears about the friendships that he's making. And then tonight he laid out a sick burn and said that Q was a poser.
He's becoming a little more vicious. Like you said, he's becoming a little more vicious. I mean, he basically called Q out right in front of his face, and
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he and Liz both are like, wait a minute, we're playing Survivor.
Yeah.
You're playing it the whole time.
DM Rock says Marie's in a great position as well, and Shandy is here. She watched live for the first time in a long time, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. I was trying to get us to join us as a surprise, but
with all the commercials.
With all the commercials.
There were a few, yes.
And I like, what's his name? Kevin Hart. But has this guy ever turned down a movie, a commercial, anything? I mean, every time you turn around, there's Kevin Hart selling something or doing some crappy movie. I get it. I like him. He's funny, but Jesus.
All right. Let's talk about Survivor.
Keep taking the jobs as they come your way.
All right, we're not getting off track tonight. It is late. Okay, what did you guys think about? Let's talk Tiffany.
I couldn't get past
Q.
Kevin Hart's commercial. Sorry, I couldn't.
Oh, well then, you know something. Shandy, can you come on and replace Jack? DM Rock says, do you think Tiffany has a chance to win?
Yes.
I think she does, but I don't know. I think she's going to be a target, and she's going to have. It's going to be tough to.
It's looking really bad when your number one allies are like, "Hey, you know what? Like, let's just do it, huh?"
It was a bold move for Kenzie, and like they showed a lot of her plan.
I was hoping that Tiffany would find out.
There's still time,
and maybe like I was to say, maybe she finds out next week.
Maybe
everybody that Kenzie talked to, who was it? Who was sitting there in that conversation?
Charlie, Maria, right, and Hunter. Well, Hunter won't say anything.
Hunter's gone. Obviously, that's not going to be an issue. But Ben, I bet it might. I could see it being Ben, because Maria and Charlie, they're going to have an upper hand for a while, I think.
Yeah.
But if any votes or the name Ben starts coming around, he might use this. He might go to Tiffany and say, "Hey, just so you know, Kenzie was trying to cut you last week." So,
yeah.
I was actually shocked that Kenzie did that, because there was no. Right, I think it's too early yet.
It feels like a weird time to cut your number one, but
yeah, because you can do it with all these. There's still there's 9 people still on the game tonight, and that's too. What's her alliance? What's Kenzie's alliance?
I think she was trying to make it Hunter.
And she has Ben.
Yeah, the way
even though Ben is with Charlie and Maria.
I think she was just trying to swap for Tiffany for Hunter.
It kind of felt like she was doing the Tony Vlachos, let's get my biggest threats out now kind of thing. But I just thought that, it was a very, very interesting play, and she was very, had her mind made up, but she was willing to work with the group and be like, okay, this is not altar. I'm going to die on this vote.
But when she said, now don't tell anybody, don't tell her, because I'll be voted out if that happens. And I was like, yeah, you probably would be, but she didn't. I was shocked that no one said anything.
Which I think speaks volumes of her social game.
Yes.
I think also too helps is that Maria doesn't like Tiffany. So I think that telling her.
Right. They've already got their sights on her. Yeah.
The other, so I think that there's probably 2 minds here. At some point, the group is going to come for one of them to break up the pair, right?
Right.
So does she neutralize her own threat and try to slip through some more votes? Or does she keep her too strong, which is what ended up happening, and go a little bit further before she ends up cutting Tiffany out? But also, as soon as Tiffany goes, then if it's not by Kenzie's hand, Kenzie's probably going to be next, right? Because that means the group has just turned their target on getting rid of, let's say Q goes, and then like, okay, let's get rid of the 3. What are they? The Nami 3, the horrible purple tribe 3. So
I don't think so. It depends too if they want to go that route. There's a really good possibility this gets kind of played out like the way that Jesse did with Cassidy and Carla, where he's, but Kenzie kind of already offered her hand, I would be willing to flip on my number one. This is, I think, the one power move that Ben just had fall in his lap. I hope that he is wise enough to see it and be able to use it. Because he really hasn't had a whole lot of agency in this game, but he was just handed that. And if he used it, then, and something that this group of people really seem to be all about is you have to have a resume. You have to make the move. You have to make the move. Every single one of them's like, I need to be on the board. My name needs to be on the board. So
we're just likable.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ben's getting that opportunity right now.
True.
He takes it.
He is. Chris wants to know, did they show the results of the revote? They did not show the results. I also assumed that it was 6-1.
Yeah, the target all along was Hunter. It's just they had to, if you played his idol, okay, we're cool with Q going.
Right.
But it's going to be Hunter.
Yes. I wonder if Ben gets pissy and is like, who told Q to put my name down?
If he's smart, he doesn't.
That damn poser put my name down.
If he's smart, he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Hunter, wasn't it?
That put Ben's name down?
No, it was Hunter.
No. Hunter told Q Ben. Yes.
Yeah. So it's Hunter. So he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the other hand, Q could have just ended up figuring out that everybody else like somehow ended up putting Venus's name down, or maybe even Hunter's name, like if he paid more attention to what was going on around him, and then Hunter would have just gone home on the first vote as well.
Right.
God, it would have been so cool if he had played his idol.
He had his hand in his pocket. At least I think the idol was in that pocket.
He was.
I don't know what else he was doing.
Do you really think Tiffany would have played it if he did play his idol? I mean, I know she said she would if Hunter pulled out an idol, she was going to pull out hers. But after that tribal, do you think she would have?
No.
I think she felt pretty confident with the way things were going.
Pretty confident.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, if she didn't have the idol, she probably would have gone home. Because, like I said, the original plan was for her.
Yeah. Oh, and I loved when Charlie came to suss it out. She's just like, I'm playing it no matter what. I don't care. I need to get rid of it. Like, she said all of the exact right things to say. I don't know if she knew she was getting herself out of trouble right there or not. But she said exactly what she needed to.
It could have been. It could have been a preemptive strike too, where hey, if people are thinking me, I
think that she specifically said it to Charlie because she assumed that Maria was going to come for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
They've never talked strategy or.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We didn't even. We kind of glossed over like with the beginning. Yeah. So. Q was like, yeah, I wanted to quit. I was trying to switch the votes. Like, all right. So much for that speculation.
A coach and an athlete should never want to quit.
Yes.
Well, here's the complexity of all of this with him, though, because in his interviews, he said what? Oh, if any one of my alliance members wants to quit, that's it. That's who I'm cutting. I won't stand for that, which sounds great for people who want to see a competitive game. But then it turns out after this has happened, Jelinski, the legend, the man, the legend,
several,
has been talking about this whole thing with that silly hourglass and their challenge that they did that he has got burned on for quitting and said Q was the one who initiated the let's just quit. There's not enough time. But he got the quitter at it. Interesting. It's
probably because he went home first, and Q is still in the game.
Well, he had like two more times he had to threaten to quit at least.
Yeah.
See if he does it again.
So Tiffany and Q had it out. That was quite the argument, quite the fight.
But it was all Tiffany, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, that's what we call command presence. She let him know. She let him know what was up. And rightfully so, because I mean, like, that man just lost his whole damn mind when he would have been fine last tribal. I don't think he would have had much trouble. It just didn't go the way he wanted it to go the most.
Right. Exactly.
There really was no big thing that was going to mess up his game permanently. But by losing it, he messed up her game. He messed up his game. He messed up Hunter's game. Like, he wiped out his alliance in one stupid sentence. I really do love the attitude where Kenzie's like, you know what? If you want to leave, there's the door. I'm not helping you out.
Yeah, like, I'm not playing with you. You're not part of my game
she
anymore.
Also had a great, okay, bye. Have fun with your tater tots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her breakup bangs. Everyone's getting breakup bangs.
Never get breakup bangs.
I won't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sherry in the chat
I promise.
Jerry says, Sherry said, that Tiffany also has a great excuse for not playing her idol, meaning she didn't want the idol to go back into circulation for the wrong person to get control of it. For example, Q. I mean, it's a great excuse, but also you don't really want to give up an idol. You can still use it.
No, yeah, you want to keep it as long as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she would have held on to it.
But
I think she would have held on to the secret had Q not spilled it.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I think the difference between her and Hunter, like I said, just play it. Tiffany's not a challenge beast. She's, she has to use it to save her because has she won a challenge?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
They did not do very well in that first challenge.
No.
Well, that first leg of the challenge.
That was more Kinsey. It has to go in the hole, and she still didn't have it in the hole.
That's what she said.
Then we have Liz, who was crying about how her move was overshadowed, which is funny because Devin was upset the week before about how his move was overshadowed.
I love it. It's a delicious little arc that circles right back around. These people and their challenges and their moves.
Don't say delicious when you're talking about Liz. She hasn't eaten in 72
hours. That's true. Yeah, you can't do that.
The girl's so hungry.
And she did get a piece of popcorn.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I mean, I loved it, but it was so wildly random.
Again, I think Jamie said, just give her the popcorn.
Yeah.
Let her eat.
Yes, the woman is hungry. She's crying over Q.
Yes, he wrote it. I'm a billionaire, but he ruined my game.
Anyway. All right. What else? Venus, we kind of talked about a little bit. Poser move. What did you call them? Dum-dum meatheads or something like that? Yeah, dum-dum meatheads.
Yeah, it was something like that. Dum-dum meatheads.
She loves the chaos and the mess. Well, of course she loves the chaos and the mess. It takes the target off of her.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else?
Jamie, are you muted?
Okay. Watching the chaos, it's kind of funny because if Q were to take a breath, and I know he said he went and walked and he hardly done talked to anybody and whatnot, but if he was sitting and he really watched, I think Venus was watching the chaos, and this was like the hide and seek all over again. And where everybody was circulating in that chaos, it makes it pretty clear you could write out fairly easy after tonight's votes too what your next move is and what direction it is, because by the end of it, nobody was being sneaky anymore. Anybody who had an idol that was a secret, it was out in the open. Everybody was talking about it. Every single person has named 3 other people that they were going to vote for. So now everyone has leverage to burn them later.
Right.
If Venus was sitting and watching, she's got a lot of dirt she can move around.
Oh, yes. And I don't think Venus would be afraid to do that either. Does Venus know about the Tiffany move that Kenzie wanted to do?
I don't know.
She would never be stupid. Sure. Kenzie would not be stupid enough to tell her.
Yeah, I don't know how much Charlie and Marie include Venus in their conversations, to be honest.
Well, I don't think it's much, but I think she's working with Liz now, though. They seem pretty close.
Yeah. Well, they had to, be in that challenge together with. They had to be the leftover group.
Great. Q. I'm with Q. The guy who wants to quit. I mean, she doesn't hold. I give her credit. She doesn't sugarcoat things. I mean, she said it right in front of him.
That's why I said it might not be really fun to share space with her if she's that blunt and eye rolly about everything. But as the purpose of being a character in a social game, she's aces. She's entertaining me.
I guess.
And what if she goes to the final 3 with her? It's her, Liz, and Q.
She'll probably win? Maybe.
I think Liz gets it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Liz, who's on the first day, was like, "I don't need the money."
Usually people don't give the millionaire the money. I mean, I wouldn't care, but a lot of people don't like to give people who are rich already.
Unless Liz went up there. And, I would be Liz. You know why? Because she would pull a freaking what's his face, Gabler, and be like, "I'm going to donate all of it to my daughter." No, just
And then she gets the money, they hand her the check, and she's like, I fooled you all.
Yeah.
That's it. Open your emails, bitches. Off she runs.
Just kidding, losers.
Money, 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 money. That's for not giving me any popcorn.
Yes. You should buy $1 million worth of popcorn just to mess with them. I think Did you like how they did that challenge? They've done things like that before.
They've done it before. Yeah,
I really like it. I like when they do that because it's just different.
Yeah. Did you see Hunter's back? It was after the challenge. He was soaking wet.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, that looks so tough.
Yeah.
Also,
foot cramp. I think he got a foot cramp at the end. The way he was all like, I'm done.
Oh, Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter, because he wasn't like, oh, okay, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. It was like that was a foot cramp. For sure.
Yeah.
And nothing worse than any kind of cramp, but a foot cramp.
Foot cramps are tough. I get foot cramps.
I get foot cramps.
Charlie horses. I get those a lot.
Sitting there like with that on your heel and really having to rely on the strength and the arch of your foot. I mean,
it was. I was texting with Shandy and I was like, "This looks like a crucifixion challenge."
Very much, yes.
I was waiting to ask, "Where is your army at? Where is the money at?" Because it looked like torture. I mean, it really did.
Yeah. But
good on both of them that they lasted over 10 minutes.
Yeah, good. Bring more of that torture because this crowd wants to. They hate maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't know. They want to hang in there. You know, they don't want. Whatever. I'm done. Like they seem to be pretty hungry for the win each round.
Yeah. And
then Jeff was wrong about what team would win.
Yeah, oh my God, he's really hateful about orange teams in general, right?
Well, I thought he was
the terrible team, the orange team.
I thought he was wrong from the start. I said no. I think that team is going to go home because Kenzie's not and Tiffany are not strong competitors. I said, and I figured, it was Ben. I go, well, Ben's not Challenge Beast either. So I said, that's the one's going to go home first.
But listen, now that Hunter's out of the game, Ben's going to take that place.
He's going to have it.
Hunter was the only thing holding him back from going into beast mode. Okay.
Hunter doesn't rock. I was about that at the end because he was just like, it's kind of hard to hear this when you guys just voted me out. I'm like, he was trying to be so nice about it. Like, I don't want to be a sore loser, but I also don't want to I just want to be like, screw you guys.
Yes. Stop talking to me. We love you, Hunter. You're the best.
Some people take it well. And some people you can tell they need to process for a minute.
Yeah. Well, he went home with an idol in his pocket too, so that hurts.
Trust.
At least though, when they say on day 17, "We love you, Hunter," you can kind of believe it. It's like when day 2 and they go, "We love you," and they're like, going, "You don't even know who I am."
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. But I mean, he had that small group that he was trying to work with. You think about it, like he had this alliance, and his own alliance member put him in the line of fire, essentially.
Yeah.
And then all the chaos from the last tribal. And then he goes into this and it's chaos again. And all the people that said, no, we promise you're safe. You can look like you're scrambling, but no matter what, we're not voting for you. And then he gets voted out with the idol that he kept a secret.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Chris said.
Sherry has a good point with math. If Liz, Hunter, Venus, and Kenzie would have stuck to the plan and voted for Ben instead of switching to Q, then Hunter would have been fine and it would have been 5-4.
Yeah.
Which is probably why Hunter didn't play his idol because
which is also probably why they switched to Q because they wanted to they also can math.
But to be fair,
interesting point.
Getting rid of Hunter was the best move.
Right. And they were never going to vote Ben. They were always going to vote Hunter. If they could convince him, trick him like they did and their plan worked, they were always going to vote him, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a really tough one. Again, if he just wouldn't have... It's weird because It's weird because Tiffany saying that I'm going to play my idol no matter what saved her game. But Hunter saying I have an idol, it's just what ultimately ruined his game.
Yeah.
It goes to show like everything's a 50-50 out there.
Right.
But again, with Tiffany, she's not the threat. I mean, she's probably personality-wise a threat and gameplay threat, but as far as challenges, you're looking at her going, I can beat her. I can get her out next week. You know, let her play her idol. It's gone. I don't have to worry about it. Hunter, I got a chance to get rid of Hunter or get rid of the pain in the butt Q.
Yeah.
It was a no for the tribe. It was no lose situation.
Right. Either one.
And as long as Q's there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Finish your thought. Mine's got nothing to do with this topic.
I think as long as Q is there, everybody feels slightly safer having Tiffany there because they know that she's going to be hyper focused on wanting him out and not wanting them out. So that's having the chaotic person on the island is helpful because it's the entire reason why Kenzie decided that she was going to say, hey, maybe this is the time to get Tiffany out because she's so distracted by Q.
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Kenzie had like she was on a roll tonight as every week, but like very funny when she was like, so does anybody want to volunteer to go home tonight?
Make it easy.
All right, what else? Chat, is there anything else we need to talk about before we go into feedback? What are we missing? Also, Jamie, I think your mic is catching on your shirt. Or it could be me. I don't know. Anyway.
It's like me. It's likely me. It's chaos over here. I'm like a Q vote in. So
today. I was going to say Tiffany and Charlie don't want to be near your chaotic energy.
No, everything's chaos today.
It's the amount of people that just felt safe, just straight up trashing Q. I mean, it really was like that group mentality where you feel safe in a group, and like.
Well, he deserves it.
But still, you never know if you're gonna like, I don't know. But that was. And Kenzie and Tiffany were just done with him.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Shandy says, is the +1 alliance the most unsuccessful alliance in Survivor history? Yes.
It's gotta be up there.
It's up there.
We're canceling Christmas. Does he say that every episode?
Every week.
I think that must have been what his parents used to threaten him and his 16 siblings.
That's a lot of kids. Feel like that threat is really valid when you're in the double digits.
To be like, okay, kids, if you guys don't behave right now, I'm going to turn this car around and cancel Christmas.
And to be fair, I can't remember half your names anyway. So
it has to be. I maintain what we talked about in the bonus episode, that I think that the idea for the +1 alliance, if it's successfully pulled off, is pretty genius. I think that it's
it could be
really
utilized.
Cool.
Yeah, it could be utilized so well, but I mean, when the guy who starts the alliance is like immediately got his targets on his own alliance, it's not going to go well.
Yes.
Like, did you literally just pick this alliance by the order of how you wanted to vote people out? Like, what is this?
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. Sherry says Charlie has a target on his back now that his challenge shield Hunter is out of the way. He's the next challenge beast, and I'm guessing he'll be voted out soon. I kind of disagree. I think that he's insulated enough socially that Maria's not going to let anybody come for him.
Yeah.
I don't think Ben will let anybody come for him. I think he's fairly still protected socially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Because depending on the challenge, I don't know who. Actually, Venus is pretty good in the challenges, the throwing of the ball.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is good in the challenges. I don't know.
Kenzie's not bad at challenges in general. Tonight was an exception.
She's all right.
She won immunity the first time.
Yeah, was it a balance thing or something?
True.
I'm not discounting.
Well, I wonder,
not every challenge is a balance challenge.
I mean,
how is she at puzzles?
Yeah, exactly. I'm fairly certain that the challenges are already all preset and ready to go for each season. That's not to say that they're not capable of saying, "Hey, let's switch this challenge up based off of the crowd we have left in the game."
Yeah, we want Ben to win, so not that Ben.
Right. So they could possibly shift it a little bit so that it is a challenge that brings more people in to be more competitive. But I'm trying to think of anybody there that really would be a challenge against Charlie physically. And I mean, like, I would have said Q at the beginning of the season, but maybe not now.
He's not very good in the challenges.
Mm-mm. No, he's
all they have to do though is start singing Taylor Swift or trash talking Taylor Swift, and a Swiftie will give up immunity. They will jump off that dock and give up their chance at that necklace if they can go and maybe write a slight against that poor innocent victim billionaire lady.
So so you're saying that's Charlie's kryptonite is bashing Taylor Swift.
Yes, like so. All somebody had to do today when he was up there to for Hunter to win would be like, Charlie, Reputation TV is never happening, and he'll just jump up and be like, what are you talking about?
You just yell, my favorite actor is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Kanye was right. She did consent to being called a B word. He would have jumped off. And Hunter would still be in this game tonight.
Yep.
Hunter wasn't thinking.
Nope.
Wasn't
he
fast
had all
enough.
The power.
Oh, okay. Any last thoughts? We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and you guys can type in the chat for feedback too. But we do have a bunch of emails, so I'm excited to get into those. We do. So, okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
Wow, that was really quick.
So fast.
We were bashing Taylor Swift during the whole commercial.
The whole commercial break.
I would have participated, except for somebody stole all of my popcorn and it withered away and died.
So you're hungry, is what you're trying to tell us.
I haven't eaten in 72 hours and I haven't pooped in 2 weeks.
All right. Our first email is from Shandy.
She just poops dust.
Just poops dust.
Shandy.
Oh my God. I think that our emails are from Shandy, Mandy, and Victoria. So Jack, be prepared for all your singing intros.
All right. Maybe I can make $1 billion.
Okay. Shandy, this was sent before the episode. She says, hey there, last week the Q skirt was the talk of the town. I thought the segment was hilarious, but I do have some major questions about the concept. To me, skirt suggests that it's the main garment you're wearing on the bottom half of your body. So if people are running around in their Q skirts, does that mean they're just flashing their derrieres to everyone?
It's only a twist on the hospital gown.
Right.
Because that's where they used to put the thermometer, right? That's why they had
easy access.
That's why they're built that way.
Is that why?
I think it's just because it's, easy to operate in sponge baths. But sure, the thermometer. Let's go for it.
Thermometer. It used to be. That's the best way to do it.
Okay. On the other hand, if Q is expecting a person to be wearing full-on pants underneath the Q skirt, then with all due respect, Q, it's just an oversized fanny pack.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent point.
Good point.
I think there are a few design flaws that need to be addressed here before I start investing in Q skirt stock.
Q just heard this email and he just quit. He just quit the Q skirt.
But it's okay because now you have an opportunity to play a real game. So Good for you.
We have Heather here. Says LML. Please tell me that you're not a Swiftie that's going to yell at me for that. I was just totally kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, during the commercial break, she was serious. So
I made one joke. Well, I made several jokes. Even though I do like the album. But I'm on Twitter, and I got yelled at by people. And I was like, geez, guys, I'm listening to it as I'm making this joke. I like it. I promise.
What's what LML mean?
I think she means LOL. I hope. We'll go with that.
Okay. I thought it was some new thing I don't know about, which is not uncommon.
Okay. Our next email is from Mandy.
Mandy! Mandy.
And she says, one of the best tribal of the new era. Why didn't he trust his gut? He should not have said anything about the idol and hoped everyone put votes on him. And then he could vote out Liz or Kenzie to make a huge move. If you're wondering, the Ben vote was Q. He was really out of the loop. Not as out of the loop as Hunter was, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're both
inside the loop.
They were both out of the loop. Well, Hunter should have broken away from. He just says that, okay, I need to break away from Q. He stayed with him. That was the problem. When you had, like I said, a Debbie, you just leave them. Just goodbye. He's toxic. Go away.
Yep. It's not helping out your game, buddy. But
nope.
Mandy made a really good point. It's not only would Hunter have been safe, but Hunter would have had the power to choose who went home.
Exactly.
Oh, poor Hunter.
Oh, Hunter.
This just makes me sad all over again.
What a kick in the pants.
Also, just again, like I'm thinking about that vote, like you could tell that it was going to be him because, Kenzie kind of was like, what? Who, me? No, I voted for you. And then Lauren was just like, did that like mom thing, like, oh, you watch and you wait and see what's going to happen. I'm not telling you. What did I say the last time you asked it?
I love hate Kenzie's personality in this game. Like, again, to me, it's friendlier it's friendlier up front than Venus is, but it's like the same energy behind that.
But she did vote for Q the first time.
She did.
But I could tell because watching Tiffany's face. Mm-hmm. She kept looking over him like.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like Tiffany kind of just had like that, like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Hunter's like, it's still Q, right? It's still Q, right? Q. Yeah, Q.
Yes.
Just don't play your idol. Don't put just leave the idol behind. You don't need it.
Yeah.
He wore his glasses a lot in this episode. And I feel like between the beard and the glasses, he was starting to really look very Dwight Schrute-ish.
Oh, really?
I was like, what's happening? Hunter looks like a different person right now. Like,
Hunter said, actually, Hunter wrote down beats, right?
Good one, man.
I feel so bad.
You made a funny.
Thank you. All right. I'm gone.
All right. See ya. Okay. The last email is from Victoria.
Victoria, you know you have the answers. All right, go ahead.
Victoria says, good evening. This Survivor has been bonkers, but I'm here for it. This tribal was so draining. I'm going to take a nap. Can't wait to hear the feedback tomorrow. Simply love you guys and podcast. Aw, thank you.
Thank you
much.
Thank you.
I have not. Oops, sorry. Go ahead. Go.
I really loved the episode. It was a lot of fun, but I spent a lot of the episode super stressed out because one, Tiffany is my winner's pick. So stop putting her name in your mouth. Stop that. And two, you guys had voted for Hunter to be the next cut. And I had voted for Q to be the next cut. And so it was like neck and neck the whole time. Oh, it was too much. But I still have my winner. So.
I watched Fallout before I watched Survivor, so I wasn't stressed at all.
How far are you in Fallout? We watched the first 2.5 episodes, 3 episodes?
I just finished episode 4.
Okay, so you're at probably
I've lost count on the body count.
Yes. It doesn't get smaller. It's not retroactive. It's just going to grow.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, we can go into the tally the votes if you want. And I actually thought that I had the whole time. I was like, oh, I put Q down. And then when I opened this up after it was over, I was like, oh, I put Hunter down. Okay, at least it wasn't all of a loss.
I think I said I played Hunter because he wouldn't play as idol. I don't know if I said that or not. But
I don't remember. Somebody's gonna have to tell me.
I feel like it may have been more of a you guys picked Hunter, and then I was like, well, Hunter has an idol, and then you guys were like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, now what? And then you decided,
Hunter didn't tell us. Hunter didn't tell us either till tonight.
He kept it a secret until the last second. The dang fool! He kept it quiet until he didn't.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever see Hunter again? I don't think we'll ever see Hunter. I can't see Hunter ever wanting to play based on his reaction of how he went out this time.
I don't think he's great at the challenges. If they had one with all the great physical challenge people, he'd be back. But I don't think he's. I like him, but he's not big TV.
He's only going to play again if Jonathan plays again.
Okay.
Then they'll get Hunter.
And Jelinski,
the
psych,
a legend.
The legend.
Well, if Jelinski, if they ever have the first time voted off survivors returning, Jelinski would
Jelinski's back 100%.
Yes, he'll be back several times.
That would be so cool if they did that. Honestly, like
I've been saying it since Jay and I did it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So as far as Hunter goes, Jamie and I had merged. Jack had final 3, so Jack is out of final 3 pick, but Jamie and I both get a point there. I think, Jack, have you lost all of your final 3 picks now at this point?
I think so, probably, yeah. I don't
know. No. You have Kenzie as final 3, and I have her as pre-merge, so I've already lost points for that. So yeah.
That's a good one to have in your final 3. Yeah.
We all had Charlie as the first out.
I want him to win now. That's it. Like, I mean, I want my girl Tiffany to win, but like, I also just love that idea. The one where like he's first out to win the game.
Well, you looked at him, you're thinking, okay, he's just Taylor Swift dweeb, but he's a good player.
Yeah, yes, Jelinski was Jack's other final 3.
Really?
Yes. I kid you not.
On paper, his resume sounded really good.
And I thought he had several chances to win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Several. 7 exactly.
Yeah, 7 chances to win. Wow, that was I forgot all about that. Okay.
Okay. As far as this, Jack and I had Hunter, and Jamie had Q. So Jack now has 10, and I have 7. Jamie has 6. So I'm coming for you slowly, very, very slowly, Jack.
Yep.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool. I'm just going to hang back here and watch the tail end. Stay safe back here, guys. No one's sneaking up on you.
See you on the other side.
Don't play your idol. I've lost.
Wait, did I mess this up? Hold on. Did I? No, okay. So Jamie and I had 5 before that. Okay, cool. Fantastic. All right. I'm like, am I supposed to have 8? But no. Okay, there we go. All right. Who do we think's going home next week? Audience participation is always encouraged. This is tough, actually. Like, are they going to get Tiffany? Or she's got an idol. She'd be stupid not to play it after what happened this week.
I think she would play her idol. I don't think she'd be dumb enough not to play it. And Ben, not Ben. Maybe Liz.
I could see them turning on Liz.
Mm-hmm.
She might just pass out.
Yeah.
I mean, a piece of popcorn only has so many calories and protein in it. So
yeah. Do you think that Tiffany finally gets her way with Q? Because I really think that that's like her, Joe Anglin for Fishback.
It could, but again, I keep him around at this point. He can't win.
I don't know if she can do that.
He can't win. I don't think I can win.
Sorry. All right. It's 10:40 at night. Leave me alone.
I know. It's past my bedtime.
All right. So are you going with Liz, Jack?
I'm going with Liz. I don't know why.
Do we think Venus is going to get taken out at any point soon?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope.
Fair enough.
She didn't even get a vote today.
I know.
With Hunter gone, he was the only one writing her name down.
Yeah.
Tiffany gave up the hunt for Venus to go after
The hunt for Venus.
The hunter and be hunted. Oh man, I really don't know I'm debating between Liz and Q. But
it's chaos. You don't know who's going to go home. It
is chaos.
Yeah,
but like,
he's got a little question mark by his name. I'll keep the question mark there, and I'll use Q again.
Because also, I think a point to be made is that Q is kind of also at this point getting that like Banu edit, where it's like again and again and again they keep telling us, and you're like, okay, when are we going to finally just put this guy out of his misery?
What's really amazing is the guy that's playing terrible Survivor right now was the one that Banu said, teach me how to play Survivor. This
no wonder I didn't get a million hearts.
Wow, that's a great point.
Teach me.
That's a great point. Honestly, I don't know who to. I need like a magic 8-ball or something. This is hard.
It's 10:40 at night. It's late. Pick one.
All right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yes, I love a coin. I just love a coin.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch it, tiger. What's the correct phrasing now? Because I know that's
tiger,
not.
You can't.
No, there's a new one.
Isn't there? Catch a tiger by its toe. What's wrong with that?
No, there's a different one.
Make him pay $50 every day. My mother told me to pay.
Wait, what's that? That's new.
No, that's the one we did as a kid.
One. This is not it. So I guess I'm going with
Meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day. My mother told me to.
I think that one's the bad one, Jack.
Are not it. What's bad about it?
I think it has bad beginnings.
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch
okay, all right. We're going to stop now. We're going to stop. I shouldn't have started it. Okay.
In my world.
Well, let's ask Kevin Hart.
He knows everything. In my world, it's if he hollers, let him go.
Yeah, that one's bad too.
There's no financial transaction involved.
It's a tiger.
We were children. Nobody had $50.
Okay, you guys are killing me. Yes. Shannon, what you just texted me is exactly what I'm trying to say, but I don't. Okay, all right.
If you would have made your pick, we never got
a lot of those rhymes have bad beginnings, and they've been updated.
Serious question though. If you catch a tiger by,
says it like totally different. Like there's no tigers or anything involved, as far as I know. No toes, no anything.
If you catch a tiger by its tail in the woods, and nobody
stop talking about this. I'm dying.
If you catch a tiger by its tail in the woods and no one's listening, does the cake fall in the oven?
It does.
Yes.
All we need to know.
No, but I'm thinking if you catch a tiger by its tail, you're toast. Because you're going to turn around and rip your head off. I mean, there's no, it just doesn't make sense.
I went with Q because that's what my coin toss landed on.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad to know.
With Liz.
We can have a movie. We can have a TV show like Fallout, but we can't catch a tiger by its tail.
Jack,
come on now.
We're closing out the show now.
I don't get it.
We're closing out the show now. Okay. If you have emails, please don't send us hate emails about Taylor Swift or nursery rhymes. Please.
Don't send them to us.
I get some of the other ones, but I don't get this one.
SurvivorJJC@gmail.com. Send it there. And maybe Jack will make up a little catchy rhyme about your name, too.
No, I'm done. Nope. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, boy. All right. The bad jokes are starting. Continuing. We got to go. It's 10:41 now.
These kids are up past their bedtime.
Okay. On that note, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level, and that be Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanna the Planet, Ed the Creepy Poopy, and them. And thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see you here next week, same time, same place. And yeah, that's great. Yeah. SurvivorJJC@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about the episode. If you can't join us live, or join us live. Okay. On that note, bye. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm going on Reddit to see what nursery rhymes have been banned. So,
okay,
it's a lot.
Well, there's a lot I get because there's a lot.
I'll just say this while I'm already in trouble for making fun of Taylor Swift. because I know they're coming. I know they're coming. They have algorithms that search text to be like, oh my God, my princess.
What are you talking about? I'm going to post this show on Reddit on the Taylor Swift channel.
Look, okay, most of the nursery rhymes would probably have been well liked by Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend that she wrote a lot of the songs about. The
wow.
end.
Okay. Let me know when you post this show. Can I post it on Reddit? On Taylor Swift's fan page.
Her favorite tortured poet. Okay. On that note, we're going out of here. I might even just edit this out, and I hate editing this show. So we recorded a broadcast for over 2 hours last night, so I'm gonna buckle down on that tomorrow.
I say let it go.
I didn't take enough commercial breaks for that last.
Don't
night.
edit. Let it go.
No. Goodbye, everybody. Okay. Bye, all. Good night. Bye. Thanks for playing.